Chris Bredenhann from PwC here. Chris, it's good to have you here with us. I just want to get your thoughts on what you think will be the single biggest challenge for Africa's oil and gas industry, say over the next 3 to 5 years, especially given that there's a move towards, this cleaner, carbon-free environment, and the competition we're seeing from shale and perhaps U.S. production as well.
Yeah, I think we do an annual review of the oil and gas industry in Africa, and consistently regulatory uncertainty is rated as the top issue, followed closely by fraud and corruption and a lack of supporting infrastructure within the industry. And I think it remains a key challenge in a low oil price environment. It is important that we get the necessary infrastructure also and regulatory certainty in place to attract investment. Without that certainty, you will not see the investment. I think you make a very valid point around competition from other energy sources as well. The world is moving on. There's a shift to gas as a lower carbon alternative, but there's also competition from other energy sources as well, and energy companies, oil companies, need to recognize that they need to become energy companies as well to operate in this changing environment.
You mentioned the report that you do on Africa and the regulatory environment. Which African countries are perhaps seen as having more flexible regulations for operators?
I think we've seen a number of fiscal changes taking place, encouraging the development of the industry. Mozambique, for example, have created the necessary certainty that is required. They've introduced progressive production sharing agreements. In the Congo, we've also seen the introduction of additional levies and royalties, but only kicking in at a higher oil price. So recognizing the profitability and the need for the economically viable projects to move forward, and not to try and extract more rent out of the system than what the system can actually carry.
Thank you very much, Chris. Let's leave it there.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.